How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a speed garage track like DJ Seinfeld. We're going to be looking at his track Plush, which is a fucking banger. Here's a preview of my remake and what you'll have made by the end of this video. Great, so this track is made up of 4 parts. Firstly, we have the rhythm bass, a Reese bass, this fucking sick lead, which I absolutely love. So good. And lastly, the drums, which I think also fucking slap. Great, let's firstly start with the drums. Great, the first element we have is this kick. Nice, thumpy kick. Really helps to punch through that bass, especially as there's 2 layers. There's a lot going on the low end, and this is quite a wide kick, which helps to sort of punch through that. We then have a top loop. Really nice and jumpy. All of these drums, just to let you know as well, are from my Speed Garage Volume 5 drums pack. The link for that is in the description. This pack has tons of loops, one-shots, and effects, so it makes it really easy for you to make some great Speed Garage. Cool, so once we've got that, I mean, you could literally just leave it like that. Then I wanted to add some whip, so I've added these hats. So one's in the right ear, and then the other's in the left. So I've panned them all the way right, and then all the way left, as you can see here. Then I've added an extra clap, just to add a little bit more depth, and another clap. And that's the drums. So yeah, that's it before, which stands out on its own. But when you add these extra elements, it really just helps to thicken it up and make it completely professional. It also helps because there's such like a loud lead. Like a lot of speed garage tracks don't have loud leads. I think that's why I felt the need to add these extra hats and claps, just to sort of punch through the high end of this. But yeah, these drums are sick. If you want to, so it's hat 10 right, and there's hat 18 left. Then we've got a clap 15 and clap 1. And the kick is kick 18. And this is loop 5. Great, now we've got the drums down, we can work on the bass. So that first layer is this rhythm. Super simple notes, just C, G, E. And yeah, it just sounds fucking awesome. I love it when there's like a nice sort of rhythm bass in the track. It just gives it more energy, I think, than sometimes just having a straight Reese. Because it gives, you know, more rhythm and just like matches the drums nicely. There's also this weird little double hit here. It's like a sort of stuttery hit. So yeah, feel free to incorporate that into your own track. Both this and the Reese are presets from the Speed Garage Volume 4 Serum Preset Pack. This pack has over 70 presets for making Speed Garage like the pros. If you want to download it, the link for that is in the description. But yeah, I'll show you now how it's made. So we go S2 analog, 80 further. 2 of those. One's pitched down by 2 octaves here. The other is kept on 0, but the semitones is down by 5, -5. So that's creating a chord, like a 7th chord on its own. Just a normal bass. And you add that. Nice. We're then making it plucky using this envelope. So you want to create a nice little curve like this. Originally it's going to look like this. And then you just drag that down, add a bit of release like so. Feel free to copy those settings. Bring that cutoff all the way down to 11 Hertz. Grab this little arrow thing, drag it over and bring that up to 62%. We've also got it on MG Low 18 and selected A and B. Nothing else has been changed. If we go to the effects, all we have is this EQ, and I've got this macro down here on the frequency. So what it's doing is taking out the bass. You can get rid of that. But because we've got that Reese bass underneath, so this, you don't want the bass from this and that because it's just going to clash. So we've taken out the bass using this little macro and this EQ. Now if we do it together, it's going to really muddy up the mix. Way too much. So yeah, just keep that no bass on. Of course, you could do that with an EQ. You just do something like this. Cool. Let's now have a look at the second layer, which is the Reese. This is the exact same MIDI It's just got no rhythm. It's just long notes. And it's quite unusual, to be honest, to have both a Reese and a rhythm bass on top of each other. But as you can see, if you cut out the low end, then it works. You know, you can have it. I'm definitely gonna be trying this on my own tracks because it just sounds fucking good, you know. This Reese, obviously it's same pack, and it's a plush preset. Harmonic morph, so digital harmonic morph in both, pitching down by 2 octaves, so A and B both 2 octaves. This one's plus 30, so oscillator B, and then minus 24 for oscillator A. Then we've got this wavetable, so this macro is connected to the wavetable, pushed all the way up, and then you can control it with this. We put it to 50. Then we've just got a filter, A and B both selected. That's not really doing a whole lot. It's just taming that high end a little bit. Otherwise it's gonna be a little bit too much. We're gonna keep it nice and low. Get rid of all the high end. We've also got it on notes mode. So the higher the note, the more frequencies come in. Effects, we've got this distortion, which actually has the drive on 0, so it's actually muting the sound slightly. The compressor's off, and we've just got this reverb, which is at 12%. Great, now let's move on to that lead, and that lead is absolutely sophisticated. I think why I like this lead so much is the notes. It's almost like an ARP, so you can see it's like G, B, D, then over here it's B, D, B, D, so it's almost like an ARP. It's just fucking good. I don't know, something about it's just awesome. I mean, yeah, the notes are fairly complicated. Obviously, if you want to make your own one, what you could do is do something similar. So find the key, put the scale in, G, and then just do like an ARP. And then repeat that. Maybe down here. I think that's slightly off over here. And then change the notes. Maybe that, and then just repeat that. Cool, so if we have a look now at the patch, lead plush it's called, and S2, model D, and this is a nice sort of like square wave, sort of pulsy, because it's not quite a complete square. But yeah, this is from like a old synth. And then what we've done is add the unison and put it up to 12. This is basically, so on its own, it's just this. So it's a singular waveform. But then if you up the unison, now we've got 12 versions of that. And if you put them up really high, they'd be really detuned and sound weird, like a bag of sort of wasps or bees. But what you then do is lower that detune, 0.08, and then it makes it sound really wide. If I show you. So that's it in like mono, and then you put it up to 12. And then it's really wide. And it sounds like cool as fuck. Then we got oscillator B, we got a saw wave, unison up to 7, just like before, detune at 0.25, but we put it up an octave. Then you could bring this up. So his actually hasn't got that, but I put it in there just in case. Do you want to make it more original? I think that sounds better, to be honest. Or you can have it like literally start like this, and then the second part. Do you know what I mean? Like you can switch it up. Yeah, effects. This is a lot of the effects come from, is this. Is this hyper. So it's going through this unison and basically like splitting up the sound into 7. So say unison, so we've got unison here, into more unison, and it just creates this really cool effect. It's detune all the way up, 88%, so it's quite detuned, that's why it's sort of floating a bit. And then we've got a bit of dimension to make it wide. Then of course, just a bit of reverb on plate mode, adding a bit of spaciness. So it helps to fill in that sound between the notes. Sort of helps to fill in that dead space like here and here. So the notes sort of glide over because of that reverb. One important thing as well, what you're hearing is sort of detuning between the notes, and that's coming from this porter. So we've selected mono, always, and porter. So if I exaggerate this and get rid of it, with this, you can hear the notes gliding. That's too much. So yeah, that is the sound, and that is the whole track. I hope you learned something new in this video. I really like this tune. Definitely go stream it and all of that. Comment down below which videos you want to see next. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you in a bit.